I'm doing in my space station.
I'm giving you a chance to get back in on the action on a galactic scale.
What a cute idea.
Good morning, Miss Yeoh. It's so awesome to be talking to you. Congrats on Star Trek 31. I mean, it was Section 31. It was such a fun movie. Miss Yeoh, what was it like? What was the most fun aspect of bringing back Emperor Philippa Georgiou?
I think the fun aspect is just bringing her back because she is so fun. She's just so badass. You know, she's got such attitude because she is smart and she's actually quite funny because she has this like very nonchalant, like, oh boy, I'm dealing with idiots. And she's not afraid to say it out loud. I love the fact that, you know, it's murder and mayhem and you have this character who's literally a lethal killing machine because, you know, she's an inventor. She's got this amazing costumes, but she can turn it into a weapon at any time.
What are you most excited for fans to experience with Section 31?
Well, that's the thing with Section 31. It's very mysterious. You know, it's Black Ops. You know, there's going to be adventure. You don't know where they're going to go with this. And I think for any fan, that's the excitement, right? You're going to another frontier and we're going to introduce you to characters that you know, but have not met. And some of them are really, really just insane. So what I say to my audience is take your phaser out and put it on fun.
Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder.
We survive together.
Section 31 has been hanging around. It's part of the Star Trek lore. It's been in other shows, movies. But for people who don't know, Miss Yeoh, tell us, what are they all about?
Well, if you look at Section 31, you're right. It's been around in the Star Trek world forever. It's there, but behind, somewhere, lurking, because they're not supposed to be out in the open, because they're a special ops, you know? And when they're found out, everybody denies knowing them. So, you know, they're like Mission Impossible in space. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy. They get to do things that other people go like, oh, no, that's not good. It's like, hell yeah, we're Section 31. We're doing it. And we're doing it our way. You have to have fun. And I think at the end of the day, the essence of Star Trek is so beautiful. That's why it's lasted this long and it's so beloved, right? But with Section 31, we're able to go like, okay, but we also know how to have fun with a whole bunch of like weird, you know, characters that fallen through the cracks. And they want to be part of it and given a chance for good work.
So, you know, you just mentioned Star Trek. I mean, I remember talking to William Shatner when it was the 50th anniversary. Why has it lasted and resonated with so many different generations for as long as it has?
I think it's the optimism of all of us wanting hope, wanting and believing in hope for a better world, for a better future. I mean, if you look at Star Trek 60 years ago with William Shatner and Mr. Spock, I wanted to be Mr. Spock. It was always about that. It was working together, doing the right thing for each other and for species or, you know, galaxies or places that we don't even know yet and we haven't made in contact with, but with always the same thing in mind. There's no discrimination. Everyone is included. There's pure diversity, there's inclusivity, and it's like equality. So this is, look at where we are today. This is what we are working towards. So all through these years, we have the Star Trek there as it's seeing that's our future too.
Ms. Yeoh, you're having a moment also in Wicked, singing as Madame Morrible.
Yes.
What was harder, the stunts in Section 31 or the singing in Wicked?
Singing in Wicked wins hand down, without a doubt. I would do the action in Section 31 anytime, but singing...
So how did you react when John M. Chu calls you up, tells you, oh, and by the way, you got to sing?
He called me up and he says, would you please look at the script? I would love for you to play Madame Morrible. And at that point, I hadn't seen Wicked. So I read the script and I called him back, John M. Chu, much as I love you, you know I don't sing, right? This is a musical. And typical John M. Chu style. Don't worry. And he can persuade you that you can do the impossible. So he threw me a challenge. A couple of days later, I get this video message from him and say, oh, Michelle, I have two guests who really want to talk to you. And there was Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, the most amazing singers on the planet, saying it's imperative. and important that you join us now. So
I feel like you've done it all, Miss Yeoh, but is there anything left on your acting to-do list?
oh yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, actually, I haven't danced yet. I mean, every time I see, John and Chris and doing their choreography with like the amazing Jonathan Bailey and Cynthia Erivo and Ariana, and I'm going like, oh, hold me down. Why can't I want to do that too.
Before I let you go, Section 31, are we going to get a sequel? I mean, it sets it up perfectly.
Live long and prosper. I would love to do that because it's an incredible premise to go on all these adventures and visiting new frontiers. That's what Star Trek Section 31 is all about.